You are live with OG Stick High. Get your blunts ready. Get your drink ready. It's about to go down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told you I was gonna keep y'all updated on let me see, remove this. Let me move some shit up on my screen. Keep y'all updated about what's going on with this case. So hold on, let me make sure I can get all these comments on my screen and shit the same type of way. They be playing games too much on my shit. Let me see. We gonna get this shit started though. I got some more information. I told y'all I was gonna keep y'all updated about this case. So turns out that the stolen car could possibly be a car that was due to be repossessed. That changes the whole scenario. Changes the whole scenario. So we're talking about a man that was a boy. Let's get a young man that was killed because he was supposedly in a stolen vehicle. It's turning out that they saying that he was in a vehicle that was due to be repossessed. Oh my God. Let's get that scoop for you. I got the scoop for you. I told you I'm going to keep you updated. We're going to keep you updated. Let's keep you updated. Let me see. Where we at? Let's screenshot this. Where is it at? Cincinnati resident gives new information. Let's get this for you. Because this is hot. It's spicy, y'all. It's hot and spicy. This information right here alone could just change the whole case.
Said it's video from the camera of the officer who is running, and it's not overly clear. This again is all related to that officer-involved shooting from yesterday. We now know that an Edgewood, Kentucky man reported his Kia SUV, that one right there, stolen early yesterday morning. Police tracked the car's GPS to the west.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and
Oh, there's some echoing. Not supposed to be having an echo. That's supposed to be echoing. Nope. Let me see. What's going on? Oh, I got this on. That's what's going on. I got my Bluetooth. Turn that shit off. All right, here we go.
blessings, all praises to the Most High. Revelations 22 and 15 says, and outside the city are dogs, those who have strayed away from God, sorcerers, idolaters, immoral murderers, and those who love it and make it a lie. And it's apparent from the videos and the evidence and all of the things that we pointed out from the case of Ryan Hinton Jr., the shooting, that the police, the media, are those the scripture refers to, and those that make it and love it, they lie. Now, we're going to talk about the fact of the car being stolen today. And that's why I started off with that clip, which shows the actual Kia, which is reported to have been stolen. And there you see from that news clip that it is on the back of a tow truck. Now, a couple people have pointed out some things to me, as the article said, that these four men were sleeping in this car. And you see the car is backed in. But if you look on this part right here, the car has no front license plate. So there's no way to identify the car. Now, I know that they said that the GPS
Be the CFO you've always dreamed of with your company's travel spend under control. Try Navan.
And the GPS tracked the car to that location. But I have received some information from sources in Cincinnati, Ohio themselves that dispute the fact that the car was stolen. As the story allegedly goes in this regard is that the young man was not in possession of a stolen car. He was late on payments, meaning that the car had been placed out for repossession.
Did you just hear that? The car was not stolen. The car was due for repossession. Why is the police on a chase for a man on a repossessed vehicle? Where do they do that at? Why is the police on a chase for a man with a repossessed? You know how many repossessed vehicles are in America? You know how many people riding around right now with due cars? What do you mean? What the fuck are we talking about? What, the police are supposed to just stop everybody with a repossessed car? And what are they doing? The police are not supposed to handle that matter. Everybody knows the police don't handle that matter. Why is the police creeping up on this young guy? Come to find out, this car is stolen now. This car is not stolen. They say it was stolen, but the car is repossessed. I'm going to get y'all tapped in. Hold on. Because I got to answer this call real quick. And my guy keep talking. Hold on 1 second, please. I'm multitasking.
Hence, you see it on a repo truck or a tow truck. That matches the narrative that makes sense in this manner, because I know we've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but I can't imagine 4 young black men with guns sleeping in a stolen car. We all know, well, I'm not going to say we all know, but I know I had a couple of repos in my time. And when I get 2 or 3 months behind and I know I can't pay it, I'm going to keep that car for as long as I can. I'm going to park it around the corner. I'm going to duck and hide with it. So from my understanding, the car was not stolen. So the owner out of Edgewood, Kentucky may very well be the car lot owner. And that's why the police say the GPS tracked it to that location. And that may be true. I know cars, when you have payments, some dealers put the GPS on, right? However, what I am speculating, because they said that unmarked cars were out there looking at them for 2 hours before the marked cars came in. So what I'm speculating is maybe a tow truck driver. You know, they roll around at night. A tow truck driver came, spotted the car, wanted to get the tow money, but he noticed some men in there. So he couldn't tow the car with anybody in there. Mind you, this is 9:30 that everything happened. It is said by the trucker that heard the interaction over his radio that the unmarked cars were out there watching them for about 2 hours. So that leaves it about 7:30. Now, mind you, the tow truck man may have been there about 5:30. You know, they operate at night. They come and snatch at night. And so maybe this tow truck guy said, well, look, man, I want this car, but I can't get it. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the police and see if they can help me get this car. Now, mind you, police are not supposed to do that.
That shit is crazy. Do you hear what this man is telling? So, the narrative that this boy has ran it, that he stole the car, and even if he did steal the car, it doesn't merit that his death. But as you can tell, the rabbit hole is getting deeper and wise. Huh? The lights are starting to, you know what I'm saying? We're starting to see clear. Starting to see clear right now. There's fog. There's a lot of fog out there because they don't want to tell the truth. There's a lot of fog out there that's, you know what I'm saying, being revealed. Now imagine everybody, you know, there's a lot of people who have repossessed vehicles. Vehicles that are due to be repossessed. I don't warrant that a motherfucker be, what, 4 or 5 deep out in front of your car that motherfucker killed you. You know what I'm saying? That don't warrant the police. The tow truck ain't even supposed to call the police for that situation. Unless he already got the car up and you on some bullshit. And by then, maybe he could call the police by then. But if you're in a vehicle, the tow truck can't even tow the car. That's the law. You can't even, the tow truck can't even fucking tow that car if you're sitting in that vehicle. The vehicle's not stolen. The vehicle hasn't been paid for. There's a difference. There's a complete difference between a motherfucker unlocking a locked vehicle and already having the key. My brother still continue on.
But if y'all remember a few months back, I did a story about Steve Perkins in Decatur, Alabama. Steve Perkins was in the same position, evidently had a repo out. The repo man came about 2 or 3 in the morning. Steve Perkins came out there and was like, yo, man, get away from my car. The guy was still trying to hook it out. I think Steve pulled out the blammer and said, yo, get away from our car. The tow truck dropped whatever he was doing and got up out of there. But the tow truck then called the police. And the police told him, said, look, we're not supposed to go to that house with you. We don't supposed to accompany you guys on repos. But what we'll do is we'll set up around the corner. And the police set up around the corner. They also set up in the bushes in the house next to him. And they pretty much escorted that tow truck driver over there, knowing what was going to happen. So the tow truck driver comes, he started hooking up.
So he basically set the little nigga up for an ambush. Police and tow truck and a repossession of a vehicle. Not a stolen vehicle. Not the little nigga didn't go around looking into somebody's car, break into a motherfucking vehicle and take it. That scenario got to end. They gotta fix the story right. The little nigga didn't break into no vehicle and steal it. The vehicle was due to be repossessed, and the tow truck called the police on the little nigga to ask the police to help them get the vehicle back. You know how many people walking around with a motherfucking car that's due to motherfucking be repossessed? How many times you may have maybe even been in this particular situation where your car had to be repossessed? That can happen to any fucking body. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that the police supposed to fucking pull up and motherfucking sit there and be in the bushes, all sitting there around the corner, around the streets, waiting to ambush for a car. Or they turned a situation that was a civil situation, because a vehicle is a civil situation. This is not no situation that's criminal. The vehicle, a repossessed vehicle, is a civil situation that you would handle in court. Or they turned a civil situation to criminal situation. Let me get this shit right.
My man Steve comes out with the blammer again, like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? I done told you. But Steve comes out, the police comes out from around the bushes, and of course he's going to turn to him, but he's in his yard. He turns to him, and of course, what? He turned around, as this lady said, in a bladed position, and of course they took my brother's life. Rest in peace to Steve Perkins as well. So this is something that may be similar. A tow truck man, from what I'm getting, from the understanding I'm getting, that the car was not stolen. It was a repo. It was out for repo stolen, if that makes sense. You know, some people will put the cars out for stolen when they can't find them, if it's a repo.
Right.
And so this is a part of that lying narrative
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
this lady puts out. And also, I'm going to address. And once again, if you look at the car, so like I said, somebody pointed out to me, there's no license plate. These men are sleeping way in the back of the parking lot, and you see right there, it says a visitor. It says a visitor's parking spot. So you know those parking lots are way out of the way,
Right.
way out of the way. And so somebody told me as well that one of the family members, when they were speaking, said, "I feel bad because he was texting me and when he was trying to get in the house and he couldn't get in the house that night because I didn't see the texts to this morning." Now that goes to the fact that hey, that's why he was sleeping in the car because he couldn't get in the
Being
house.
in the house.
Once again, that is the word I'm getting out.
I just said this the last live. Little nigga can't get in the house. He was locked outside. He was locked outside. Can't get in the house. So shit. He was trying to call Big Bro to let him in. Can't get in the house. As you can see, he parked somewhere where it say visitor. So he drove off from the house, pulled into some apartment complex or somewhere, and parked the car inside of there and just sat in there. They say they was 4 deep in the car. So I guess him and all the homies slept in the car. So they all lay there and slept in the car. The car was not stolen. They got to stop spreading that negative narrative of a black man out here stealing the vehicle, because what you created is like this man went and took something from somebody that wasn't his. When this is a repossessed vehicle, that's different. That means he did not break into the motherfucking car. He had a key. When you have a key, that's way different than breaking in, entering. Okay. When you can unlock things, that's way different than breaking and entering. So they got to get the story right. The facts that a lot of these facts is debacle, is fucked up. They fucked up, and they got to. It has to be debacle. That's what it is. They have a lot of these facts is fucked up. They're not telling the truth. They lying as usual. And watch, we're gonna show. I got this brother right here. This brother's a good brother too. Let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all where to tap in on his page too, if you want to go directly to his page. That's this brother right here getting us tapped in. That's the Taylor House Publications.com. You know what I mean? TaylorHousePublications.com. This brother right here, Richard Taylor, it's a good brother giving us this information. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all can check out his page directly on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him continue to speak though.
Of Cincinnati. And you know, I didn't watch the whole family interview thing. I caught a glimpse, and when I heard my man say, well, there's 2 people who did wrong, my nephew and then that officer who just wanted to get home to his family. I didn't want to hear no more else, because about your nephew wanted to should have been getting home to his family. That officer was going to get home to his family either way, with or without shooting Ryan, because Ryan was no threat to him. Ryan was running away from him. Ryan, according to the eyewitness, didn't have a gun. And that is the last part I am going to address. You remember the Chief T at this conference. Here she goes. And I'm gonna make sense of this real quick.
Cannabis. It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a $36 billion global industry.
No fucking shit that y'all stole from us.
So there you hear her say, this individual slips, trips, falls, or whatever, and picks up the gun and puts it back. But once again, you got to look at this picture as well. This is the picture that she's talking about. Everybody's looking at this picture. Somebody says they don't even see a gun in his hand at this point. Really, you can't tell. You kind of blow. So at this point, we can say we don't even see a gun.
See? The picture and thing, they got the video. They got the new video. I'm going to get y'all tapped into the video, but like this brother said, look, let's go back. As you gotta hear what this nigga said. This nigga said straight up, this wasn't a stolen vehicle. It was a vehicle due to be repossessed. The man didn't break and enter into nobody else's vehicle. He had a key. That is not illegal. That is a civil case that needed to be handled civilly. And then y'all made it go into a criminal case.
Had been placed out for repossession. Hence, you see it on a repo truck or a tow truck
You hear
that dispute the fact that the car was stolen. As the story allegedly goes in this regard, is that the young man was not in possession of a stolen car. He was late on payments, meaning that the
that?
car had been placed for repossession.
Wait on fucking payments. What the fuck is going on out there? They said the vehicle was stolen. Nigga late on payments. And even if the nigga stole the car, that doesn't mean they deserve to, he deserved to die for stealing a fucking punk ass car. Car ain't gonna be running in a couple years. You done killed that man over a car? What are we talking about? This is crazy.
Hence, you see it on a repo truck or a tow truck. That matches the narrative that makes sense in this manner, because I know we've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but I can't imagine 4 young black men with guns sleeping in a stolen car. We all know, well, I'm not going to say we all know, but I know I had a couple of.
And that's where the story had a head scratcher right there. If you know that you're in a stolen car, you're not trying to sleep in a stolen car. So that's where the story didn't make no sense. See, there's always a twist in a story that doesn't make no sense. Normally, that's where the lie starts. Normally, that's usually where the lie starts, where it stops making sense. Shit, because why would 4 motherfuckers with one with a burner on him sit in a stolen vehicle and sleep in it overnight? And they all know it's supposedly stolen. Because it's not a stolen vehicle. He's late on payments. He has a key. Huh? The little nigga had a key to the vehicle. The fuck is we talking about? This is crazy. This situation with the vehicle could have been handled in court. And they killed that man over that damn car.
Repos in my time. And when I get 2 or 3 months behind and I know I can't pay it, I'm going to keep that car for as long as I can. I'm going to park it around the corner. I'm going to duck and hide.
Nigga, I got the car right now. The fuck? What is we talking about? God. Nigga. I got the car right now. Nigga, what is we talking about? This is crazy. Nigga, this is what niggas do. We had a car parked around the corner. Car be, you know what I'm saying? In another apartment complex. Nigga, sometimes, nigga, the bill don't come on time. Huh? Sometimes that bill don't come on time. Huh? Sometimes we have to send that motherfucker, park that car somewhere else, man. Sometimes we don't got it. Huh? Sometimes we just don't got it. Does that make you a fucking criminal? God damn. That shit crazy. So nigga laid on his payment and deserved a motherfucking execution in the public. This is crazy. Okay, whatever. Let the man continue to speak.
with it. So, from my understanding, the car was not stolen. So, the owner out of Edgewood, Kentucky, may very well be the car lot owner, and that's why the police say the GPS tracked it to that location, and that may be true. I know.
Right. So how else would you have a GPS a tracker on the car if it wasn't no motherfucking rented vehicle? That's the only reason why you would have a tracker on your vehicle, because it's a rented vehicle. Like, this is ridiculous.
Cars, when you have payments, some dealers put the GPS on, right? However, what I am speculating, because they said that unmarked cars were out there looking at them for 2 hours before the marked cars came in. So what I'm speculating is maybe a tow truck driver. You know, they roll around at night. A tow truck driver came, spotted the car, wanted to get the tow money, but he noticed some men in there. So he couldn't tow the car with anybody in there. Mind you, this is 9:30 that everything happened. It is said by the trucker that heard the interaction over his radio that unmarked cars were out there watching them for about 2 hours. So that leaves it about 7:30. Now, mind you, the tow truck man may have been there about 5:30. You know, they operate at night. They come and snatch at night. And so maybe this tow truck guy said, "Well, look, man, I want this car, but I can't get it. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call the police and see if they can, you know, help me get this car." Now,
This turned to a tow truck guy. The tow truck man is just he got the blood on his hands just as much as the damn cop. Go over there fucking with them niggas. You know damn well you can't get that car because he knows he can't tow the vehicle if they in it. Oh, we gotta create a whole fucking scenario. The tow truck driver creates a whole fucking scenario that eventually gets this little boy, this kid killed. Because he's trying to get a car back that wasn't stolen, that was late on payments. So he's trying to get the car, and the little kid, the boy, is in the parking lot in an apartment complex because he can't get in the house. Called his big bro, can't get in the house. He got 4 of the homies in a car with him. He decided to pull into an apartment complex. He back in that motherfucker. He's sitting in a motherfucking car with the homies. They decide to go to sleep in the car because he can't get in the house. He wasn't sleeping in a stolen car. He was sleeping in a car that was late on payments. Tow man pulls up, see the vehicle that he's trying to take, but he knows he can't take the motherfucking car because they say you can't tow a car if somebody's inside the vehicle. So tow man, he thinks of a great idea. I'm gonna call the police on these niggas. I'm gonna call the police. Police say, nigga, they can't be involved with this type of with a tow car, with a car being towed. So, but what they did is sit around and wait around the ambush. So this is what led the tow truck driver. You got he just as bad as motherfucking, just as bad as he just as guilty as the motherfucking cop that shot the nigga. Because he created this whole fucking scenario over that stupid ass motherfucking car. That was not stolen. The car was late on payments.
mind you, police are not supposed to do that. But if y'all remember a few months back, I did a story about Steve Perkins in Decatur, Alabama. Steve Perkins was in the same position, evidently had a repo out. The repo man came about 2 or 3 in the morning. Steve Perkins came out there and was like, "Yo, man, get away from my car." The guy was still trying to hook it out. I think Steve pulled out the blammer and said, "Yo, get away from our car." The tow truck dropped whatever he was doing and got up out of there. But the tow truck then called the police. And the police told him, said, "Look, we're not supposed to go to that house with you. We don't supposed to accompany you guys on repos. But what we'll do is we'll set up around the corner. And the police set up around the corner. They also set up in the bushes in the house next to him. And they pretty much escorted that tow truck driver over there, knowing what was going to happen. So the tow truck driver comes, he started hooking up. My man Steve comes out with the blammer again, like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? I done told you. When Steve comes out, the police comes out from around the bushes, and of course he's going to turn to him, but he's in his yard. He turns to him, and of course, what? He turned around, as this lady said, in a bladed position. And of course, they took my brother's life. Rest in peace to Steve Perkins as well. So this is something that may be similar.
Similar, right.
A tow truck man, from what I'm getting, from the understanding I'm getting, that the car was not stolen. It was a repo. It was out for repo stolen, if that makes sense. You know, some people will put the cars out for stolen when they can't find them if it's a repo.
Right.
And so this is a part of that lying narrative.
Right.
That this lady puts out. And also I'm going to address, and once again, if you look at the car, so like I said, somebody pointed out to me, there's no license plate. These men are sleeping way in the back of the parking lot. And you see right there, it says a visitor. It says a visitor's parking spot. So you know, those parking lots are way out of the way. Way out of the way. And so somebody told me as well that one of the family members, when they were speaking, said, I feel bad because he was texting me and he was trying to get in the house and he couldn't get in the house that night because I didn't see the texts to this morning. Now, that goes to the fact that, hey, that's why he was sleeping in the car, because he couldn't get in the house. Once again, that is the word I'm putting out.
Facts. There we go right there. Little nigga can't get in the house. Big bro didn't answer the phone and shit. He can't get in the house. He didn't steal a vehicle. He was late on payments. Had a couple of the homies in the car. Rolled into he can't get in the house, so he decided to park the vehicle inside of a motherfucking apartment complex because he didn't want the car to get repoed. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to get the car repoed. You know what I'm saying? So he had the car and backed into the parking spot because he wasn't trying to show the license plates. Yeah. So they gotta quit lying. That all this lying and shit just makes shit worse. And we got the video. We got the video without the pause. And that's what I'm finna show with this motherfucker. I told you I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this shit. We're gonna stay updated on this shit because they be doing a lot of lying. My guy Taylor House, man, he got the video too. He got the video of this of them. Here we go. Why are they lying? Here it goes right here. Lies and more lies. This is the first one. Let's do this one.
Say
she's lying.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, the officers broke protocol. If you got two officers, say you're on a call and you get a call of a stolen vehicle, and you pull up on this vehicle and there's two officers and two squad cars, and you have a vehicle with 4 individuals in that car. There's no way that 2 officers approach that car with 4 individuals in it, because you can't apprehend those individuals. You know what I'm saying? You already know it's a stolen vehicle. They're already sleeping in that stolen vehicle. So you know there's a probability that there's weapons there. So, no. Every cop I talk to, I worked next to cops for 20 years. I talked to like at least 10 different cops about this. And they all said the same thing. So, but no, that video just made me so upset because it's like they're completely lying.
If you've been waiting to apply for disability benefits, don't. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a lawyer at Atticus.
And those cops knew what they were doing. You know, I mean, they were on some glory seeking. is what they really were doing, and that's what happened.
Okay.
But yeah, if you get a chance to talk to some other cops, yeah, but yeah, this is like the third time I watched the video. I'm gonna have to go in and subscribe, but yeah, man, that's just there's no way. They should have had at least 5 cops there. They should have had at least 5 cops there. They should have had cops in front of that vehicle and on the side, and 2 cops on the other side of the vehicle, so that when those guys got up and they looked, they realized, hey, we're surrounded.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get out. We're not gonna run. That's how that should have went down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for 2 cops to try to individual, it's just crazy. And the way they doctored that video, that's crazy. That's what that dad did. What he did.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. Proverbs 22:8 says, "Whoever sows injustice will reap destruction, and the rod of their fury will fail." And what you just heard is a expert witness exposing the lies and the manipulation of this woman, Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa T. I think that's how you say her name. She is the one who is sowing injustice in this instance, in the case of Ryan Hinton Jr., whose life was taken by Cincinnati police in the most violent fashion. And in this video, we are going to expose the lies that she puts forth in this video. But I'm also going to play you testimony from another photographic expert who's going to analyze these photos and tell you how and why they are doctored. So we're going to go back to this interview that she did shortly after the death of our young brother, Ryan Hinton. And we're going to break down all of the lies and all the manipulation that she puts forth throughout the video. And the expert witnesses are going to corroborate the fact that they are lying and they are manipulating the photos, the video, and the narrative concerning our dear brother's death. And lastly, I'm going to show you the actual sped up footage, if YouTube allows me, of how they assassinated our young brother. But let's get to this interview and break this down real quick.
As you can see, this is a stolen Kia. It was stolen out of northern Kentucky yesterday.
Now, look at the time on the picture, and the photographic expert is going to put this out. This is 9:30 in the morning. But look how bright it is outside. And according to the expert witness, it is not that bright at 9:30 in the morning. That type of sunlight is usually relegated to about noontime, noon or 12:30. She's going to point this out throughout the video. And also, of course, look how blurry the picture is in this camera shot. Let's continue.
You can see we have 2 uniformed cars there. Prior to those uniformed cars arriving, we had 2 undercover cars that pulled into that dead end, saw the vehicle. They backed out. They saw that there were individuals inside the vehicle, so they backed out and let the uniformed cars make the approach, which is the tactically sound decision to do.
Now, as the young brother put it out, and that guy, he was, a former law enforcement specialist. He said, why would you use 2 police officers to apprehend 4 suspects?
You're supposed to wait for back.
That's mathematically impossible. But also, I talked to a truck driver.
So they're supposed to wait for backup. They already know it's 4 people. You're supposed to just sit there and wait for backup. Police sit in front of your vehicle and wait for another police car to pull up. You know what happens all the time. Another car is supposed to pull up. Another car is supposed to pull up. A whole nother car is supposed to pull up. So they have at least enough police that they need to de-escalate the situation.
Who heard the police communications on the scanner, and as she stated, there were undercover cars that knew they were there. And according to the man who was listening to the communication, they were there for 2 hours. They watched those young men sleep in the car for 2 hours. So the correct
They camped out on them niggas. So they sat there in a car and watched them sleep for 2 hours. Police. We talking about the police. Why you out? 2 cops sat there and watched these cats. They ain't call for backup. They out there for 2 hours. They didn't try to make an arrest if that's what they were there to do. They were out there trying to play hero, trying to be tough guys. They were out there trying to be tough guys. 2 cops against 4. Ignored protocol. What they telling you? They're telling you that the experts are saying that they ignored all protocol.
tactical thing to be done, as the man said, would pull up on the side of the car, surround the car while they're sleeping. So when you wake them up, there's nowhere for them to go. So as my man mentioned it, he said they came in there with the intent to do some target practice. But the man said they knew they were there for 2 hours. So why won't you get them while they're asleep and surround the car? That would be the tactical, safe thing to do. But let's continue.
The cars are positioned the way the officers are trained. We are trained to use our vehicles as cover from any threat.
Now, also, the photographic expert is going to point out how light this is. Once again, how light is that at 9:30 in the morning? And she said if that was like real light, the sun would cast the shadow. Well, I'm gonna let her do all that explaining. But let's get to the part where she lies about the number of officers there. Let's make this make sense.
That's what those officers did with the cars at that time. This is body-worn camera from officer number 2. Go ahead, Bobby.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun on your right. On your right. He's got a gun.
And of course, they pan away from it. But I'm going to show you the actual shooting if YouTube allows me to.
So just to give you an idea, we have the 2 uniformed cars. We have 2 officers. There's 4 individuals in the stolen vehicle. All 4 individuals get out and start running, some in different directions. The officers decide which individual they're going to pursue. One officer decides to pursue the individual who we now know had a firearm in his hand. The other officer pursued another occupant that fled from the vehicle. And that'll be significant here in a moment when you see.
All right, I got to stop it there. You hear what she said? One officer pursued Ryan Hinton with the gun, and the other officer pursued another individual. That's 2 officers, right? That's what she said. 2 officers pulled up to the scene. And watch how significant that statement becomes.
So this is a still image. Again, I'm going to step up front. The car is parked over this way. Okay? They are chasing the individual. So officer number 1 is chasing this guy right here. Okay, this is the guy we ultimately end up shooting. The other officer who actually fires the shot on this individual is chasing a different individual further out this way, in this direction.
All right, you hear what she said? Well, first she told the truth. She said they are chasing this individual. And then she caught herself. Let's rewind that.
Okay. They are chasing.
You hear what she said? They are chasing. Now she changes it.
Individual. So officer number 1 is chasing this guy right here. Okay, this is the guy we ultimately end up shooting. The other officer who actually fires the shot on this individual is chasing a different individual further out this way, in this direction. Okay? As this officer is chasing him, he sees a firearm in his hand, and he yells, "Gun, gun, he's got a gun." This individual slips, trips, whatever, falls on the concrete right here.
All right, so I gotta stop it there because she says he slips, trips, or whatever, falls on the concrete right there, right? So, as the eyewitness told me, he was actually laying the gun down right there. Then he laid the gun down and he ran. Now, I just want to show this picture, this angle as well, because look at the soulless in her face. Look at the light, look at the coldness in her face when she's talking about this individual slips or trips or whatever. But you can clearly see it looks like he is putting the gun down. Now, also, once again, you see how bright it is, and you see how blurry the tree line in it, and the photographic expert is going to explain this. But also, one thing,
It's crazy. How the fuck it's 2025 and the police got this trash ass cameras? These are the cameras y'all riding around with. They give these motherfuckers the 360p motherfucker camera. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? These niggas riding around, police, funded millions and millions and millions of dollars, riding around with 360p cameras on they fucking on their body. This ain't even HD. The fuck quality is this? This ain't even 720p. 360p ass cameras on these motherfuckers. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Fucking sick of.
thing I missed earlier. Now look at this picture, the same picture. If you look right there to the bottom right-hand corner, you see a man with a hat. Look closely. You see a man with the hat just casually walking by. And you guys can go back to the earlier video or play the conference straight through. You see that guy. Does that look like a police officer or that look like a civilian? That looks like somebody.
Nigga, you can't see shit in these trash ass cameras. These trash ass cameras, you can't see nothing. And that's exactly why they're giving the police the trashiest quality cameras that they can get, because they ain't trying to show shit. It's obvious. This is clear obvious that they are out here giving these motherfuckers low quality motherfucking cameras just to motherfucking fuck up and tamper with evidence. Because clearly, these are the lowest graded quality cameras that can be given to anybody. A child has a better camera on his phone right now. Are we fucking, are they fucking serious? This is ridiculous.
He's calm and standing there watching him put the gun down, right? Doesn't look like anybody's chasing him. But let's continue. Let me remove that. Let's continue. I don't want to get off track.
Officers that were also there say in their interview, they heard the firearm hit the concrete. They heard the metal from the firearm hit the concrete.
All right, so now where did these other officers come from? Mind you, she's going to tell you it took 6 seconds. And 2 officers, one is chasing him and one is chasing the other person. The angle that's going to be facing the trash can is going to shoot our young brother. So those are just 2 officers. So where are these other officers? Where did they come from within 6 seconds? She said 2 officers came up on the scene, and within 6 seconds, this young man passed. So where are the other officers? Who are these other mysterious officers who heard the gun drop? And they weren't even there. Let's continue.
Let me just add something to this, too. It's funny they mentioned the people who heard everything, but still ain't even mentioned the name of this nigga who killed Ryan. Who is the officer who killed Ryan? We know the name of Ryan's dad. We know the name of everybody. But we still yet to be given the information of this officer who Ryan. Why are y'all hiding this nigga's name? Why are they trying to protect this nigga a certain type of way? They ain't trying to protect nobody else.
This individual gets up, still has the firearm in his hand, and continues to run through the dumpsters. Go ahead, Bonnie. These are some still photos. This is the officer who originally saw him with the firearm in his hand, calling it out. He runs through the dumpsters. This officer knows that there's another officer here that is going to ultimately encounter him when he comes through the dumpsters. So he makes him aware of that. He shouts out to him, on your right, he's on your right.
All right, so now if this officer with the gun pointed at our brother is chasing another person, how is he laying in wait? Like, he is laying in wait. He's not chasing anybody. So are you telling me within 0.5 seconds he done caught the other guy, handcuffed him, got him on the ground, and then 0.7 seconds he's back ready to shoot our brother? Make it make sense. They said there's two officers, one was chasing him, and then the other was chasing somebody else. Does that look like he's chasing somebody? How does he go from chasing one person to lying wait for another person within 6 seconds? That's an outright, flat out lie.
6 seconds. First you chasing somebody, now you shoot. 6 seconds. Somebody else. If you chasing somebody else, because there's 4 people in the car. I'm supposedly chasing somebody. Now I stop chasing whoever I'm chasing because I see somebody has a gun. This old grainy, trash ass motherfucking footage. How the fuck you see that this nigga got a gun? But we gonna show you. This brother right here, you got the footage. He gonna show you that the brother was clearly just trying to get away. And the lazy cop, tough ass cop, didn't feel like chasing nobody today. Didn't feel like doing his job, He decided to use his gun. And still, if you gonna shoot apprehend somebody, why would you shoot at a high level? Like, you shooting towards the body, the head, and all this stuff. If you shooting to apprehend somebody, why wouldn't you shoot towards the leg? What happened to a leg shot? They don't even think leg shots. Is leg shots out of the? Is that not even an option for cops? Cops don't do leg shots. I don't have said yet to hear about a cop shoot somebody in the leg or something. No cop even thinks about shooting somebody in the leg. No cop tries to take nobody to jail. You just try to just automatically erase people. I'm just gonna kill you. It's just they got to get these cops trained better.
Comes out from between the dumpsters. This is the other officer, the one who fires the shot. This is his body camera as he approaches the scene.
And you heard, of course, they didn't show it, but I'm going to show it to you if I'm allowed to. But you heard the get the F down, get the F down. I had to bleep it out, but that's what they said. That is an anger. That is a malicious attitude. Get the F down. Get the F down. After you put 5 bullets in the brother in the back, and I'm going to show you that.
Told you it was a tough guy.
This is the firearm that was recovered at the scene after the individual was shot. This is what he had.
All right, so now let's look at these guns. Now you see that gun. You see it's kind of gray. It's actually gray. But also look at the position of the gun. The gun is under the leaves. If that gun fell, that gun would be on top of the leaves in the brush. But more than that, look at the color. Now that is the gun that they're saying he has. Now look at the color of that gun. Now it gets sort of brownish. Now they said beige. One article said a beige. Now that is the gun that's on the ground.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I have a question for you. If you had to make a choice between having...
Now that is the gun that they're saying that it is. That is a Dookie Brown gun.
Dookie Brown.
Someone also pointed out in the bottom right-hand corner on that little square sheet of paper, there are 2 separate serial numbers. Now you guys got to help me with that. Is that normal for one gun to have 2 separate serial numbers? But look at this gun, and then of course they got to put 1 in the chamber, like it's dangerous. Now, just take a look at both of these guns. This is the one that was found on the ground, and this is the one that they're saying that the gun on the ground was. Does this gun?
I don't know. Maybe the lighting. You know, they have the big police lights on this shit. So I don't know. The light can fuck up the color, and I don't know. These niggas act like they got the trashiest cameras and quality cameras as ever. I don't like what the fuck. Why is billions of dollars being donated to the police if their equipment is trash like this? Y'all buying the best guns, but your fucking cameras is trash.
These guns even look
sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Fucking sick of you.
remotely the same color or the same. I would beg to differ. Let's go back to this liar.
Remember I told you he fell on the concrete? The officer said that they heard the metal hit the ground. There are 3 spots over here where this gun has scratches on it. We believe those occurred when he hit the ground with the firearm.
What type of firearm is that?
Semi-automatic. I don't know the make and model. This is a second. Sorry, Bobby, can you go back one further, please? This magazine was in the firearm. That's an extended magazine, so it holds more rounds.
Now they're trying to make them more dangerous.
Second magazine that was located.
Now this magazine, a second magazine, watch where she said it was located at.
He never shot the fucking.
It was located in his sweatshirt pocket, so how did it end up on the ground under the brush? Take a look at this again. That's under the leaves, and you can clearly tell that's been placed there by the way it's laying, you know, on the leaves on the bottom on the far right part. This is shabby.
Right? Why it ain't attached to the burner? Why that clip ain't attached to the burner? Where they say he had an additional clip. Why the fuck would a whole nother clip just fall out his pocket? He got shot. Oh, a whole nother clip just fall out the pocket. The fuck is going on out here? Anybody with fucking eyes can clearly see that shit been tampered with. Why the fuck would either this motherfucking clip was the burner, the clip that motherfucker is attached to the burner, or what they saying? This was the extra clip. So you shot him and the extra clip popped out the pocket? Are you fucking? Are we? What? They're stupid. Who do they think they talking to? They think niggas are stupid. So he shot him, and the clip just magically jumped out the back pocket. How did that even scientifically even happen? It's just stupid. Like, man, they think everybody's stupid. We fucking sick of you niggas. Sick of these niggas.
We work, as the photographer expert said.
And that is the magazine from that second. This is another firearm that was located inside the stolen vehicle. This is a firearm that was also stolen out of northern Kentucky sometime yesterday, early yesterday morning. Approximately, we believe, based on timelines, this was stolen from a vehicle in northern Kentucky, and then they went on to steal the vehicle that's involved in the incident.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there, because I just can't take no more of the lies. Even she said, well, yeah, this was stolen out of northern Kentucky yesterday in the morning. Then they went on to stole the vehicle. How do you know? What was the order of events? And once again, I'm going to agree that they even stole the vehicle. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But what I wanted to focus on is 2 things in that video. Then we'll get to the pictures. One, the lady said it was just 2 officers. One was chasing one person and one was chasing another. So how can you go from chasing one person to laying in wait for another all in 6 seconds? And also the colors of the gun and the placement of the gun. As I mentioned, the eyewitness said that the young brother had laid the gun down. But now let's get to these photos. I am going to play a recorded conversation from a professional photographer expert, and she's going to explain the discrepancies in these pictures that we see.
The most striking thing that I thought was very strange.
Trying to save money on business travel? You should definitely use Navan. Navan's platform helps our companies save money.
Was like they would show the body cam video, like when you were showing when he actually got shot, how different the lighting was. From all the body cam video, all of it should look like that, but it doesn't. It's way too bright. And that term, when it's blurry like that, it doesn't make any sense. That's called bokeh.
Okay. So you mentioned something about hot. You said
they tampering with the fucking video. Look at that trash ass video. Our kids got better cameras than these motherfuckers. These niggas get billions and billions of dollars. You walking around with a fucking dumbass, retarded dumbass, like they say they tampered with it. They make the green all green, so green you can't even see the shit. That's all grainy ass shit. They know damn well they got better cameras than that.
You said something was hot.
Yeah, the bright pictures, the pictures that are really blurry. If you look at the sky, the lighting it looks like it would be high noon, except he got shot at 9:30 a.m. Now, the pictures or the video where it was showing where he had his back turned, when he had his back turned and he was getting shot, that looked correct.
Okay. That looked like the correct lighting.
That was the correct lighting. I actually went back and you can go back to the day and look at the time and find what the weather was that day.
Okay.
That was correct. But what I found really, really strange is they're saying that some of the shots was from one body cam and the other shots were from another. The lighting should be the same at all. Any body cam footage, it should be the same.
Okay, because the body cam footage when he was chasing it was a little darker. So.
Yeah, when he was shooting him, it was darker. It looked like I'm looking out the window right now, and it's 9 something. Okay, the blurry. You were right about the how blurry it looks. That doesn't make any sense. Color temperature. That's another thing that I noticed. The pictures that are really, really bright, where I said it looks like high noon, that term is called hot. And that means that, or this is what I think they did, or this is what made sense to me, the photographs where he's actually being shot, or when his back is turned, that's a real picture. Mm-hmm. The one where he's laying the weapon on the ground, they brightened that up because the shadows would have been, it just would have been a little too dark. I think there was one picture of him by the trash.
So they say they brighten this picture up right here. Because the shadows, she said the shadows would be dark. And they brighten it. That's why look at this. Look tamper with. Look at this shit. You mean professional motherfucking police officers donated billions, not millions, billions of dollars, yearly, annually. You walking around with a motherfucking the lowest quality camera ever. Like, this gotta be the trashiest piece of shit ass camera that you could fucking probably even have. I think the Nokia phone has better great camera than this. A Nokia flip. You can get a flip phone with better video quality than the camera quality that they have on these officers right now. It's fucking ridiculous. But she's saying this has this picture is not only a result of the trash ass cameras, but this motherfucking picture has been tampered with.
And you noted that you couldn't even read the print on it. Yeah. Yeah. I think they brightened that up so that you could actually see his body clearly. Also, there's a trick in photography that's called clipping. When you have you ever seen a picture sometimes where it's blurry in the background and there's a face or a picture or something in the foreground and it's absolutely clear? That should have happened on the body cam. And what made me note that was when you were talking about, look at how close you are to the trash can, you can't even read that. What I'm trying to say is, if the background was going to be blurred like that, you should have been able to read what was on the trash can. And then you were noting how, look at how blurry the trees are. If the trees are that blurry, you should have been able to read what was on the trash can perfectly.
Straight up.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I got it.
Wow. So she said, if the trees is this damn blurry from this far away, you should be clearly able to see what's right here on this damn trash can. Simple. That's how the camera fucking works. I got cameras. I use it. If I focus in on this right here, everything behind me is going to be blurry. That's exactly what she's saying. So if this is blurry way back here, where is the focal point of the camera? There's some form of focal point for the camera that focus on. Huh? People, they gotta quit playing with us, man. Niggas not fucking stupid. There is a focal point in the camera that it focuses in on. And from this footage, it's clearly showing you that it's been tampered with because it has zero focal points. It's not focused on this, not focused on this. It ain't focused in its background. It ain't focused on nothing there. As this camera footage has been tampered with.
And that's called clipping. Or actually, the depth of field is inconsistent for a video of that type. I actually went back and looked at some other police cam videos. I've never seen this mess before. I haven't. And I mean, I'm thinking,
Chill, man. They gotta chill.
surely somebody's gonna call this out. There should be no color variance. There should be no distortions in the coloring. If you note that the pictures where he's got his back turned and how dark those leaves look, but then you look at the sky, that's another thing. The sky is all screwed up. That is not a natural sky color. It's just weird. It's just really good job. Okay.
Now y'all know when you try to edit a picture that you done took it of yourself and you don't know what the fuck you doing, that's what the sky look like. Like they purposely make this motherfucking picture be distorted a certain type of way. You know you have effects when you upload a picture on Facebook or Instagram, and you have different effects that you can add on to your picture to filter it out or, you know what I'm saying, distort it in some form of way. And this is what it looks like. This is what the woman's saying, the professional. She's saying they clearly tampering with this motherfucking footage.
There should be no distinction in the color variance of the sky and the trees. The upper, like when it's showing the person's arm next to the car, the upper arm and the palm are so hot, as in really white and bright. It looks
Okay. Okay.
Distortions like that, if you contrast between the pictures. The photo of Ryan placing the weapon on the ground, the trees really, really bright, like I said, like it was high noon, and the pictures of him at the moment when he's actually getting shot looks like the correct time of day with the shadowing. So that's an accurate photo. That one wasn't, I don't think that one's been doctored. I think it was slowed down. The film aperture was, I'd say, maybe 24. Let me see. Clipping, yeah. I went into the depth of field was inconsistent for video of that type. That's an camera. I actually tried to find a lot more. I couldn't find a lot of information on those. That was kind of weird. Yeah, the shadowing should be consistent in all of the body cam videos, and it's not.
All right. So I'm going to end it there. So there you have two expert witnesses, one in photography and one in law enforcement, talking about how it is definitely not protocol to take two individuals and try to catch four people. That's mathematically impossible. And they said they pulled the unmarked cars back and allowed them to come, which the unmarked cars have been watching them for about, according to this trucker that I talked to, about 2 hours. So what was the point in waiting? Why don't you surround the vehicle, cut off all ability to run, and take the quote-unquote suspects in? I don't believe this for 1 minute. Moreover, once again, she said it was just two officers. One was chasing one person and one was chasing another, but then all of a sudden this one ends up behind the trash can in 6 seconds. Fire. So let's see if they want to let us play this video. If y'all don't see the video, that means they wouldn't let me play this video. But here it is.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun on your right. On your right. He's got a gun.
You see, they're trying to make you believe you see something. You don't see anything. The officer's body cam is blurry, but the beige firearm recovered appears to be in his hand. Now they're saying beige, but that is Dookie Brown. You see how they get caught up in their lies? The beige firearm appears recovered. That means they placed it. Do y'all see that young man almost to the woods? That is why they didn't release it at first. And you see the foul language at the bottom of the screen.
The individual is running with a firearm in his.
Clearly running. He's clearly running away. Look at this.
They didn't release it
at
first. And you see the foul language.
He's clearly running away.
At the bottom of the screen.
The individual is running.
From that quick, how could he see a gun? Did you see a gun? How quick? Look at this. 6 seconds. You see how quick that shit happened? Quick.
But that is Dookie Brown. You see how they get caught up in their... Do y'all see that? But the beige firearm recovered appears
Cannabis. It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a
Playing with
$36
it.
billion global industry, and it's
For that is jail, not
His hand.
at the bottom of the screen.
The individual is running.
Nigga, hold on, man. This just happened so damn fast. Now watch, I'm gonna slow this shit down. This shit crazy. I'm gonna slow the speed on this shit down. Playback speed. Let's go. Let's get this to about. Let's do about half a second. Let's go.
Yeah, man, almost to the woods. That is at the bottom of the screen.
He didn't
That
even
means
turn
they
around at him.
placed it.
He didn't even turn around. Watch this.
At first.
He didn't even turn around. Watch.
And you see the foul language.
Okay, watch. Come on.
At the bottom of the screen.
He ain't even looking. Oh my God. Look at this. Let me get that. I got to put this on my screen big. Look at this. He ain't even turned at him. He ain't even facing their direction. Look at this. That is crazy. Okay, watch this. Still not turning. Still not turning around. He's still right here running it. Still running. Cop got his gun in. But when did you see the gun? At this point, he's zero threat to this cop. This point right here is zero threat whether you thought he had a gun or not. Because he's not even facing you. This is when he lifts his gun. When he's in a direction, and at this point, his back is turned toward him. Ah, they fucked up. His back is clearly turned to him, and this man just lifted his gun up. He ain't even shot yet. There goes the shot. Ringing. Clearly. You see that? Killed him. Running, whether it was armed or unarmed, he was no threat. He was scared, trying to get away. Now, what the hell was Grandpa talking about? He seen a man that was scared. Two people that was scared. How was where was this man scared? Talk about get the fuck down. Grandpa, man, chill. Chill, man. We sick of it. Sick of you. Sick of you, Grandpa. Sick of it. Sick of these niggas. We fucking sick of you. Look at this footage again.
Yeah, man, almost to the woods. That is why they...
I want to see if I can catch him coming out there. Look, this is where they try to say he pointed the gun at him. Look, he coming out. Is that boy even looking at their direction? Look at this. It's too easy, man. It's too easy to be a cop on the cops. Because you bitch ass niggas need somebody surveilling, watching y'all motherfuckers too. Y'all think y'all motherfuckers act like y'all motherfuckers out here just motherfucking protecting and serving. You out here motherfucking murking shit, knocking shit down. Look, he already got his gun up. He coming through the motherfucking thing, running through the motherfucking trash cans right here. Gun out. He ain't got no gun out. He just trying to run. Police gun already drawn on him. Police already decide what he gonna do to this man. Let's continue. Look, he still got the gun pointed at him. He's not looking at him at all, then do nothing. Still running, trying to get away. He's a scared young man. Still scared. Still running. Police got the gun for him. Look like he's flinching down. Because he sees now that the police got his gun at him. Now he's looking like he's ducking. He's in a ducking position as he is running. Because he sees that the police has got his gun pointed at him. Fuck, he tried to take off still. Still back turn. Where is the gun being pointed? If I could clearly debacle this shit live with the skill, that little technology that we have on this motherfucker, I'm very sure they already know that this officer clearly killed this man. And what they trying to do is, since his father responded the way that he did, now they don't want to try to give up the name of the officer in fear of another response. So that still doesn't give him no right to taint the video or make a lie about a man holding a gun, because clearly you see in this video right here, he never even looked at the police direction other than when this officer already has his gun drawn on him, and he notices the officer has got his gun drawn. Now look, he's still running. Cop still ain't shot yet. His back is turned. He is no longer a threat. If he was even some form of it, his back is turned. He's no longer a threat at this point. Start shooting instantly. Instantly while his back was turned. Instantly. You see that? See how that happened? Instantly. One shot, two shots. He's getting off. He's still up. We don't know if he's shot, still running because of the drilling, but the cop is still shooting. And said, police said they performed first aid after the shooting, but Hinton died of his injuries. Injuries. Meaning he got shot more than once. Still shooting. See, y'all hear that? He's still getting off. Finally, he fell. And he's still getting off. Still getting off. Still getting off. Still get off.
The individual.
Crazy, y'all. Y'all just seen that. Y'all just seen that. Y'all just seen that. This instant replay, nigga. Instant replay, courtesy of OG Stick High, nigga. Y'all seen that shit. That boy didn't even turn didn't even turn nowhere in that police direction. Then he look at the police. He just trying to get away.
He was running with a firearm in his hand.
And I'm not even going to listen to any more of her lies. But did y'all seen that video? That young man posed no threat to the officer. That young man ran by the trash can, tried to get him. For all of those in the comments talking about, well, if you don't steal, if you don't run from the police, the penalty for that is jail, not execution. So y'all can throw all of those arguments out the window. Yeah, I do not agree with any kind of criminal activity. But once again, the penalty for criminal activity is jail time. And so, thanks to all the witnesses, and
You hear that? The penalty to criminal activity is jail time. You have when did the police get bigger than the Constitution? Because the Constitution say you have a right to a trial and jury. That's in Constitution. So why the fuck did the police get more powerful than the Constitution? Constitution say you have a right to trial and jury. Their job not to kill you at all. Their job is to take you to the court. The court have an issue with you. They got to take you to the court. That is your job. Your job is to take people to the court. And keep on telling these people their job is something else. Their job is not to do that. Their job is to take you to court. See a judge. It's crazy. Crazy. They killed that man. I want to go ahead and show y'all, man, that they lying again. This is what they do. This is what the police do. They like to lie. They can't help themselves, y'all. They know what they did. You heard that there's an aggregate there. You heard from the expert motherfucking graphic designer. Said they tampered with the video. Said they tampered with the color grading. They tampered with a lot of shit. And then you clearly see the footage, the unstopped footage, in slow-mo. That boy didn't point no gun at them. And man, he pointed that gun. His gun was pointed at him from the point he was running out that gun from that dumpster. From the point the boy ran past his ass, because the boy didn't want no smoke with the police. Boy wasn't trying to do nothing to them police. He was trying to run from them. And that tough cop, the tough guy, the one that say, what he said, get your ass down. That's what he said, get your ass down. That motherfucker made him get his ass down when he shot that gun over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You heard it. You seen his back turn while he was shooting the gun. This is how coward these motherfuckers is. They're out there hunting our kids. They're out there hunting kids. Or when Daddy came to see y'all niggas, where was that energy at? Daddy pulled up to come and see y'all niggas. When Dad pulled up to come and see y'all niggas, y'all didn't have the same energy. You want to try to come up with all these lies and shit. Piss Daddy the fuck off. Piss that nigga off. And it became an on-site situation. The Daddy wanted blood on site. Because our lies, y'all tampering with footage, and protecting this. Still yet to give out the name of the officer who killed this man. Still yet, they still protecting their guy. They protecting their guy. That's their guy. That's their man's. That's why they ain't gave up his name yet. They didn't gave up Ryan name. They didn't gave up Ryan daddy name. Ryan motherfucking grandma name. They didn't gave up Ryan grandpa name. They didn't gave up everybody motherfucking name. Even the officer Rodney killed. They gave up his name. But they yet to give up the motherfucking tough ass nigga, the tough ass cop name that shot Ryan. This tough ass motherfucker, as y'all see, he jumped out there with that tough ass shit. Hopped out his car on that tough shit. How the fuck could you see something? He ran out there. He already had his gun drew before Ryan could get out of the damn dumpster. His gun was already drew before Ryan could even get out the dumpster. He the one yelling. He the one He was the one. He's the officer yelling that he has the gun. No other officer is yelling he has the gun. He jumped out of his car and he's yelling he has a gun. He is shooting at, who is he chasing? They talk about he was chasing a person. Where does that video clearly shows you he's not chasing nobody else. Well, who else is he chasing? they said he was chasing. I thought he was chasing someone else. They said he was chasing someone else, didn't they? Let's go see. The niggas not chasing nobody fucking else. Oh my God. They're gonna lose. They would lose in court to me. I would, and this is an easy case. This is easy. This is too easy to beat these niggas. They're lying. This is clear lying. They said already that he was chasing somebody else. That's already been debunked. Like, who is he chasing? He's not chasing nobody else. It's clearly showing he's not chasing nobody but Ryan in this. Let's go. Let's get back to it. Not chasing nobody else. And that was the information that was put out there. He's chasing somebody else. You're not chasing no fucking body else. Watch this. Let's slow this shit down. Playback speed is on normal. We're going to go back to 0.5.
At the bottom of the screen.
Oh, look, he jumped out. Oh, look, ass nigga. Run out. Run it. Got it done. He's yelling. He's the officer yelling it. He's got a gun. It's him. There ain't no other officer yelling this shit. It's the tough guy. He just jumped out his car. He's running over there to save the day. Look at this hero. Look at this so-called hero. He's a gun is drawn. Frame by frame. Let's go frame for frame with it. Boom. Ryan jumps out the garbage can. Ryan not even looking at him. Look at that. Ryan hits the garbage can. Ryan not looking nothing at this nigga. Trying to get the fuck away. Ryan trying to get the fuck away from this nigga. Ryan still trying to get away. Gun already drawn. Tough ass nigga, right? This what happened. Ryan still running. This nigga he got one. It looked like it. Ooh, if I smoke, it looked like he got one off. I didn't hear it though. I didn't hear it. It looked like one got off. I don't hear it, but it looked like I see smoke. He's still chasing him. Ryan not looking nowhere at this nigga. He's still running. Look like he's ducking because Ryan noticed this man's gun is rose. You see this? It's at the top of the screen, y'all. Right there in that corner. Left-hand corner. You can see the bottom of the motherfucking barrel of this nigga's, the bottom of the clip of the cop's holding the handle of his gun right there. He got two hands on his gun already. Ryan's body is completely turned away from him. He's running. He's in fear of his life. Officer still fully aggressive with weapon in hand. Right? Right. Start shooting. You hear it? Immediate shots get off. Two. Yeah, that was easily right. That sounded like about 3-4 shots already. That's a lot of shots. Quick. Still shooting. Ryan's still running. Ryan ain't never had a chance to turn back around nothing. Who is this nigga pursuing though? They said he was chasing someone else. Who is this nigga chasing? Who else? Who else ran that direction? So who else was this nigga chasing? Because that's what they said he was doing. Who else? Let's get back over here. Who else is he chasing? We'll see him chasing nobody else. Get fucked up. This is where it starts off at the bottom.
And you see The foul language.
See the foul language, as he said.
At the bottom of the screen.
Fuck yeah. Right. Right. I want to try to catch this garbage can. Is that Ryan? He ain't even came out yet. Look, he already got his gun drew before he even get to the garbage can. See this? He already drawing down. He already got it made up. He's already being aggressive. He already being aggressive already before he even get to the gun. Here come Ryan. He already drew down on him. He already drawing down on Ryan. Ryan ain't got a chance to do a motherfucking thing. Ryan running for his life. At this point, Ryan is running for his life.
The individuals.
Kill Ryan in cold blood. They kill Ryan in cold blood. Kill Ryan in cold blood. Clearly kill Ryan. Anybody can clearly see they killed Ryan right there. Ryan came out. He was scared. That officer was not in pursuit of no one else. The whole story has been debacle. Whole story debacle. It's a complete lie. Complete lie. It's like, why do we gotta wait days and days for trial for this, all this? Nigga, just pull out the evidence, nigga. Drop that shit on them niggas. Man, I'm pretty sure they know. If I could debacle this shit at my house, sitting on my couch, blowing the motherfucking blunt. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you can sit there and debacle, undo this shit as quickly as you put it together. The thing is, they not trying to undo no shit. They trying to motherfucking protect their guy. That's why they ain't gave up his name yet. Still ain't gave up their guy name. You know what I'm saying? They protecting their guy, standing. And they showing y'all their loyalty to their guy. They showed it in the courtroom. Whoever this guy is who shot his son, they showing that they standing by him. They came in the courtroom. They came in the courtroom. What, 100 deep? They not giving up his name. But the footage showing that officer was wrong. He was aggressive. There was no gun drew, and Ryan didn't even look in his direction. Ryan was a scared boy. Didn't steal a car. The car can't pay the payments on this vehicle. The car was due to be repossessed. Treated him like a criminal for a civil case. Because a vehicle is a civil case. That's not no criminal charge. You can't pay your car. That's a civil case. Why police were called over that? Or I guess the car got reported stolen by the people who owned the vehicle, the dealership who owned the vehicle. As they say, Ryan had rented that vehicle out, and he just can't make payments. That could happen to any one of us. Couldn't get in the house. He couldn't get in the house. He called Big Bro. Big Bro was asleep. Can't get in the house. He outside with 4 of the homies and shit. Fuck it. He said he knew the car was due to get towed, but we didn't want to just the car be sitting in front of the house while he was asleep. So we pulled into the apartments across the way, parked the motherfucking car in the apartments, backed the car up, and him and the homies fell asleep in the car. The police spotted this vehicle 2 hours ahead of time. They sat there and watched them sleep for 2 hours. They sat out there and watched them boys out there sleep in that car. 2 officers, knowing there was 4 people in that car, they decide that they're going to be the tough guy. And you heard the tough guy. He jumped out the car. Ryan talk about he was chasing someone else before he started. No, he showed that he was in pursuit of Ryan. And only in pursuit of Ryan. There was no other people running from that video. Did you see anybody else run in that direction? Did any other bodies run in that direction? No. It's a clear lie. So when they say he was in pursuit of someone else and stopped and shot Ryan, that's a lie. Because we could clearly see that he was in pursuit of Ryan and only Ryan. He drew his gun down before Ryan could even get out of that damn trash can. Before Ryan could even hit the cut. He already had his gun drew down on Ryan. Before Ryan could even get out of there. When Ryan got out, Ryan realized that the gun was already on him. You see, Ryan kind of ducked down while he was running. He seen that the nigga was trying to shoot him. And Ryan never looked at him. He kept on running away. His body was turned away from the officer. Video footage shows it. Not that grainy ass, trash ass footage, that slowed down picture that they showing on the news. No, that real shit. I just showed you on Real Riders Only Radio. We just showed you. The police motherfucking, they killed the man. They killed him for nothing. And the officer was a jerk. He one of them assholes that's out there. One of these tough ass niggas that's out there. He want to shoot somebody with their back turned. But when daddy came to show up and saw his son, now you ducking and hiding. Pops came to see you, nigga. You ducking and hiding. You in hiding. Everybody got your name here. Your tough ass ran out there and killed Ryan. Got people out here protecting your stupid ass. And your tough ass did that shit. Rodney went over there to see your ass. And your bitch ass, they had your bitch ass hidden. That's why somebody else had to get it. Make that bitch ass nigga come out. That's what Rodney had to do. Had to make this bitch ass nigga come out. Y'all hiding him? That's your man's? That's your man's? You hiding him? Glad you mad, Glad you mad, you know what I'm saying? He said, that's your man's. Y'all hiding him? Okay. Fuck them up. Fuck that nigga up. We sick of him. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. We sick of it. Rodney seen. Rodney knew that y'all did some bullshit to his son. He felt it. He knew it. And when y'all had no estimation for what was the outcome of the situation with him and the officer and his son, they said he kept pulling up. Kept pulling up to that police station. He was irritated. Kept pulling up. Can get the taste of his son's death out of his mouth. It's too fresh. Driving down the street, fuck it. He was just driving down the street and just so happened to just see an officer out there. And thought about the people when he went up there. Y'all didn't want to release no names. Y'all didn't want to give up no. He thought about y'all protecting these damn officers who just killed his son. On sight. Y'all all out here trying to take each other. Y'all all out here all in it together. Y'all's all in it together. Y'all all in it. Right? Y'all in. You're all protecting each other. The blue protects the blue, right? Huh? Stay honorable to your badge, huh? Not to the people. You're honorable to your badge, huh? To the blue code, to the blue gang. You niggas y'all just like a bunch of Crips. Basically, you out there cripping. You're loyal to your blue. You're not telling. They living in the code of silence. The police living in the code of silence. Not telling. On each other. Huh? Having each other back. Rodney felt that shit. This nigga know. All these motherfuckers know. All these motherfuckers know what the fuck happened to my motherfucking son. That ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Y'all responsible. Y'all responsible. He went after the first one he seen. That's because the coward tough guy that killed his son is hiding. He's in hiding. The coward tough ass cop is in hiding. In hiding. They yet to release the man name. And the narrative that was put out there that Ryan has stolen a vehicle, that's been debunked. Ryan bought a car. He rented out a vehicle. He was late on payments. The car was then, after that, I guess, was reported stolen. But it wasn't like he was bored walking around, broke into the vehicle, and took the car. He had the keys. Ryan had keys. And that needs to be clarified by the media. Ryan had keys. Just a young kid is outside in a car that he bought that was late on payments. And having a gun, last time I checked, wasn't a crime. It's the American way, right? Your constitutional right to bear arms. Ryan in no legal, in no altercation with the law. Rhino has no motherfucking criminal history. He's a football player. So legally, Ryan could probably have that pistol. Legally, I mean, maybe the stendo probably was illegal. I don't know. In the States, maybe the stendo's illegal. But from what I could understand, Ryan is no felony. He was no felon. So I don't understand why. Obviously, he was scared. So that's how we're raised in our community. Within our community, we've been raised of being scared of the police. The police lock motherfuckers up. Motherfuckers run from them. Shit. But he wasn't a bad kid. He has no history of being a bad kid. And the vehicle was not a stolen vehicle that was broken into. The vehicle was maybe reported stolen after he couldn't make payments on the vehicle. And that needs some clarification. Because you got out there you're painting a picture as if he was bored walking around here and broke into somebody's vehicle that wasn't his. Then he took it and started joyriding, basically, is what you're saying. And that's not the narrative. You got to be responsible for the narratives that you're creating out there, that you're putting out there. We have a family that's in grief. And this is national. This is big. This is big national news. Because we finally have a father who have made an immediate retaliation upon the police. Immediate retaliation upon the police. On site.
Go get some sugar on my face.
I've never heard of it. I've never seen that nigga's hard. That nigga's hard. And this wasn't no gangster. Who wasn't no motherfucking gangster? Who wasn't no thug? This is a father that was in love with his son that you took everything from him. You took everything from him when you killed his son. He was ready to die right there. He was ready to give everything right then for his son. You took everything from him. You took everything from him. Raised his son to be a good son, and then the narrative that y'all put out there that he was a bad kid. He was out there. Why is he being a why did he raise a thug? He didn't raise no fucking thug. It's because the little nigga had a gun. He's a thug because he has a gun. The narratives that be put out there, man, people gotta quit doing that shit. That's fucked up. White boy can have a gun at 18 years old right now, driving around with his pistol right now. Is he a thug? Is the white boy riding around with his pistol right now, 18? Is he a thug? The white boy with the rifle in this car right now. That they all know, riding around with it. Is he a thug? What the fuck is we talking about? Like we can't ride around with pistols. We can't ride around with pistols. He was no fella. He was a young black male riding around in a vehicle that he rented, and he was late on payments. And they reported it stolen because he was late on payments. The car was due to be repoed. Lord Jesus, that is so sad. But they turned a civil situation to a criminal situation. Civil went all the way criminal. Civil went criminal. I tried to help y'all spread a little light on that situation because I seen something. And, my energy. I told y'all, man, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this stuff as more of the information that I find out about this shit. I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in and keep y'all educated on the more upcoming news about this shit. But as y'all can see from the footage, police killed that boy for nothing. There's a tough cop out there running, yelling, talking loud, and shot him as soon as he turned his back on him. As soon as Ryan turned his back on him, he shot him. And that's the story of this shit. The story that they out there creating, the narrative that they creating is a lie. It's a big ass lie. Ryan did not steal a car. He was late on payments. And it's sad that Ryan had to lose his life because he was late on payments on the fucking vehicle. Wow. What a crime did he commit? Late on payments to pay his fucking vehicle. You know that could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. Late on your fucking payments to pay your vehicle. And get rudely awoken by the fucking police. And he was young. And he was scared. And he ran. And the officer that his grandpa, that he swear to God, he said that he's seen two scared guys. And he said the officer showed zero mercy to a bull out there running. Young man out there running, had his back turned, no gun out there, pointed in the direction of the cop, whether he had the gun on him or not. It's not a crime to carry a weapon. It's not a crime to carry a weapon, y'all. We gotta stop that. As little Ralphie riding around with a rifle right now, ain't nobody saying shit. We got me out there riding around with 4 or 5 guns, and he's just turned 18. Ain't nobody saying shit. So it's safe to say it's not a crime to ride around with a weapon. But for some strange reason, it is a crime to be black with a weapon. It is lethal to be a black with a weapon. That man had every right to carry a weapon even if he did have one. He not no felon. Why are you chasing him? You messing with him over a car that was repo, and you kill him over a vehicle that was repo, that's due to be repo. Why are y'all camped out watching this boy sleep for 2 hours? It was camped out, y'all, watching that boy sleep for 2 hours. Knew there was 4 people in the vehicle, but they was yet to call backup. Ignored all protocol. Ignored all protocol. How the fuck did you ignore all protocol? You ignored all protocol. We yet to even get this man's name yet. How are they even allowed to do this? How is the motherfucking police protecting this dude? How is they allowed to even protect this dude's name from coming out like this? Like, this is crazy. Rodney went up there to see who the fuck did something to his son. Which one of you tough motherfuckers did it? You didn't want to go out there and talk to Rodney, did you? Bitch ass niggas. Man, we sick of these niggas. They want to be tough with our kids out there. I remember being a young nigga out there in the streets, and the police want to just fuck with the young niggas. That's what the police do. They out there messing with your kids, trying to punk your kids and shit. Grown ass motherfucking cops out there messing with your 15-year-old, 14, 13, 12-year-olds, trying to bully the kids. That's what they be out there doing. Fuck with the kids. They used to fuck with us all the time. Police out fucking with the kids. And you gotta have this conversation with your kids of how to deal with police when they're approached by police. You have to have this conversation with your kids, especially your boys. How to talk to police if confronted by a cop. What to do in a situation if confronted by a cop. You have to have this conversation with your young men. You have to have this conversation with your son. You have to have this conversation with your daughter. You have to have this conversation with your kids. Because the police don't look at your kids like they your kids. They don't give a fuck if they your kids. They will air your kid the fuck out. Treat your kid like he's a motherfucking murderer. That's crazy. They looking at our babies like they lethal killers. And they babies to us. 15, 13. Like, nigga, y'all scared of this little ass nigga? They scared of the little homies. They scared of them. They scared of the little homies. That shit crazy. Scared of them little niggas. He 14, 15, just a little bit big. He growing. They scared as hell of this little nigga. Scared. Want to kill the little nigga. That shit crazy. You gotta have this conversation with your kids on how to deal with police when they're outside, and the police happen to approach them on some bullshit. Shit's sad, man. Because these motherfuckers, they kids, little Johnny, little Billy, Tommy, all them motherfuckers, Ralphie, them motherfuckers riding around with no problems with about 7 guns in the car. You don't hear about the white people, the white kids, 18 years old with 7 guns, riding around with 7 guns getting pulled over. You don't hear about police riding around in the white community harassing their kids with the guns in their car because their kids are riding around with the guns too. We know this. Our kids ain't the only kids riding around with guns. They kids get riding around with motherfucking guns too. These motherfuckers been riding around with guns. They got a rifle and a gun in the back seat right now. But when Ralphie's doing it, he's utilizing his American rights. Tyrone ride around with that motherfucking thing. Tyrone turned into a criminal. Tyrone ride around with the thing. Tyrone's an automatic threat, imminent threat. Tommy ride around with the rifle. He's American. He's American, riding around using his American constitutional rights, bearing his constitutional right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone riding around with the burner and shit. Nigga, that nigga's an imminent threat. Why the fuck is these different narratives being created when we walking around? Because we black. You goddamn right. It's because we black. What up with my nigga? It's because we black. And that shit is wrong. Because we gotta have consistencies and laws. A little Tommy could ride around with a burner, 18, 14. He's nigga 18 years old riding around with motherfucking a chopper in his shit. He got clearly more than one gun in his car. He not facing that same chopper heat riding around and fuck around, get pulled over. And the police harassing him about his legal guns. Shit. And this is the type of shit that's got to stop. These are narratives that are put out there. They act like they kids ain't riding around with guns. We know damn well their kids is riding around with guns too. 18 years old with a gun. Yo, daddy been teaching you how to shoot since you was 12 years old. Type shit. Quit fucking playing. Our kids run around this motherfucking exercising their American rights too. But now they're criminals, considered criminals? Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Because Rodney wasn't the thug. Rodney has no priors. Ryan had no priors. Rodney had no priors. Ryan has the legal right to ride around with a pistol. Huh? Ryan had the right to ride around with a pistol. He didn't break no laws. What did it say that Ryan was a felon? You seen that he was a football player from school. Since when was riding around with a gun a crime? Only if you're black. Your little Robbie to ride around with that motherfucking thing on him. Huh? Tommy riding around with that thing on him. Huh? Only to these rules only apply to our community. These rules only apply towards our community. We know they kids is riding around with guns right now. We know this. What are they? Are they the only Americans out here? We only Americans when it comes to our vote. That's the only time that's the only time black people is a motherfucking American when we come to a fucking vote. Them niggas is riding around doing the American thing, bearing arms. So what the fuck crime did he commit? Because they said he didn't make the payment on his vehicle. He's late on payments. He didn't steal the vehicle. Car was due to be repo. So did that mean he needed? Did that mean that he deserved to be executed because he was late on payments for a vehicle? Late on payments, nigga. That could happen to anybody. That's because the KKK still in the station. Damn right. They went out there to shoot, to kill. They went to shoot to kill. You're not American unless you're not American unless it's time to vote. That's the only time they convince you that you're American. Outside of the vote, you nigga, you ain't shit. Bigger than Donald Trump is bigger than all these motherfuckers. Can't you see the cycle of this shit? The hundreds of years of the deaths and blood spilled within our community through these motherfuckers. The score, nigga, we getting blew out. The score, nigga, we talk about the score. Nigga, we getting blew the fuck out. The score, what? We getting blew the fuck out. The nigga's crying about the one score that the nigga put on the board. Niggas mad because the nigga scored a layup out there, nigga. It went fast court. Full court. That's the only time they acknowledge that you're an American, when they need your vote, though. The vote don't mean shit. The vote do mean shit. Because that's the only time that they need you. That's when they be like, oh, I need your vote. I need you. They need your vote. You damn right they need your vote. It's just sad. It's just sad that we could create the same narratives with the same type of age group bracket of people, and just because they are black, different narratives or different perceptions are perceived about these people. Same type of people. It could be a college black person, a college white man, gun owner, riding around with their car, riding around with their weapon. Both of them riding around with their weapon. One perceived as an American, one perceived as a criminal. Simple as that. Black man perceived as a criminal riding around with a gun. White man perceived as American riding around with a gun. As simple as that. Sick of that shit. But why are we only perceived as Americans when it comes down to the vote? As we're not being treated like Americans outside of the vote. Only time that you are perceived as American is when it comes down to the vote, because you're not getting treated nothing like an American outside of the vote. As soon as they see you riding around with a gun, it's a crime. That's not a crime. Last time I checked, that's not a crime. That's not a crime to ride around with a gun. That's not a crime. Mm-mm. To sleep in your vehicle, was that the crime? Or the car was stolen, supposedly stolen. Oh, the payments. He didn't make the payments on his car in time. He was late on payments. Oh, wow. It's just crazy, dumbass shit. That's exactly why what happened. Because it was stupid. There's some dumbass stuff. It was over. Y'all, they took it too far. You took it too far. Took it way too fucking far, man. The tow company, your blood on his hands too and shit, because you wanted to get that car. So I guess the tow company, they was trying to get the car. See them niggas out there sleeping shit. Called the police on them. Police said out there and watched them niggas sleep for 2 hours. Then try to wake them up, nothing. Police said out there and watch them sleep for 2 hours in the car. Before they decided to pull in on them, to move in on them. And then they moved in on them. They moved in on 4 men with only 2 men. So they was already on some bullshit. Which what they said, the professional said they didn't follow protocol. They didn't follow protocol. Video grainy, trash. Heard the professional say somebody tampered with the video. Showed you in slow motion. This nigga running. Never had a chance to even point no gun at the police before the motherfucking police even pulled a gun out on him. Even if he did supposedly pull a gun on the police, it's safe to say the police gun was already out. At that point, what are you supposed to do? Police already got his gun out. If what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? And he was still running. But I'm just saying, just even if let's say he really did have his gun out. The police already had his gun out before he even had his gun out. So it's like it's ridiculous. Police already was out there to do what they do, man. He's on a hunt. They look at your kids like they fucking lunch. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. They be after the little niggas. They be on little kids. They be on little kids all day. That's what the police do. They like fucking with the youngest. They don't be in Scottsdale out there pulling over little Ralphie. And he's riding around with more pistols than everybody. Shit. All them motherfuckers got pistols. You think they ain't riding around with pistols in Scottsdale? Y'all fucking crazy. Them niggas got pistols. Big burners. Just getting out of high school, nigga. Fat burners. Nigga, quit playing. You think they get pulled over because of guns? Hell no, they Americans. Niggas in the hood, you get pulled over with a gun, nigga, you're not an American. That's the crazy ass perception and double standard of this shit. That's the double standard bullshit. They're perceived as Americans. Our kids are perceived as criminals. And that's the fucked up shit. That's the double, you know what I'm saying? The double tundra of the bullshit. But that's all I wanted to do, to bring some light to that. I'm gonna tap out. Thank y'all for y'all time today. You know what I'm saying? And tapping into the show. And I'm out, man. Fuck the police.